What if you found a note with your name and a date? Not a birthday, a death day. Your death day. I'm Detective Drayk, and tonight's case isn't just about solving a murder. It's about surviving one. Why keep watching? Because by the end, you'll realize the killer wasn't just one step ahead. They were writing the script. It started with an envelope on my desk. No postmark, no fingerprints, just my name in jagged letters. Inside was a single sentence. Detective Drayk will die on October 12th, midnight, by fire. Today was October 11th. I laughed it off until the call came. A fire at the old harbor warehouse. A body, charred beyond recognition. In their hand, a note with the same handwriting. Wrong place, wrong time, but the right detective. The victim was my informant, Drayk. He'd been warning me about a drug ring, but this felt personal. The audience, you, were with me as I sifted through ashes. Remember when I kicked open that rusted locker? You thought the killer might jump out, didn't you? But all I found was a burner phone and a voicemail. Jake's voice, frantic. Drayk, they know about the notes. It's not just you. They're targeting all of us. The suspects. First, Lena Russo, a disgraced cop I'd put behind bars. She'd sworn revenge. Then there was Victor Crane, a crime lord Jake had been tracking. But the third suspect chilled me. My partner, Ramirez. He'd been acting strange, missing evidence, and his alibi for Jake's death. A hole. As I dug deeper, the notes kept coming. Slid under my door, left in my car. Each one detailed my death in new ways. Drowning, poisoning, a sniper's bullet. But the dates kept changing. The killer was toying with me. The audience shouted, "Check the warehouse floorboards." You were right. Under the ash, I found a hidden compartment. Inside, files on me. Photos of my apartment, my routines, even my coffee order. And a list of names. Cops, informants, all dead or missing. At the bottom, my name, circled in red. Then, another fire. This time, it was Ramirez's house. He survived, barely. On his hospital bed, he rasped, "They're using you." The notes, they're not threats, they're blueprints. The breakthrough came from the burner phone. A number traced to a payphone outside a diner. Security footage showed a woman in a hoodie. Dr. Evelyn Shaw, a forensic analyst I'd worked with for years. She'd quit after her brother died in a case I'd botched. Was this revenge? I confronted her at her lab. She didn't deny it. "You think you're the hero?" She sneered. "You're the villain in someone else's story." She handed me a file, a cold case from 15 years ago. A girl murdered, my signature on the closed case. But I'd never worked it. The final twist. The girl was Evelyn's sister. Someone had framed me to destroy her. The notes. Misdirection. The real target wasn't me. It was Evelyn. The killer wanted her to kill me, to balance the scales. But who? The answer was in the photos from my apartment. A reflection in the mirror. A face I knew too well. My estranged brother, Aaron. He'd been institutionalized years ago after our parents' deaths. But he'd escaped. He'd orchestrated it all, using Evelyn's grief and my guilt to pit us against each other. So you see, this case was anything but simple. A brother who became a ghost, a note that lied, and a truth that burned brighter than any fire. But that's the thing about fate. It's not written in notes. It's written in choices. And tonight, I chose to survive.